Good morning. Good morning. I'm Life Pastor Kyle here to drop a dose of life and love on you today. This is the Journey to Winning Anyway Life, and I am your host. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Friday morning. Hope you're well and ready for what's about to happen in your day today. Command your Friday, your weekend, declare and decree everything that God has designed for you. Listen, come on in. Let's see who's on here this morning. Mr. Tamla Ricks, good morning. Can you hear me clearly? Hope all is well. I am overjoyed and excited because Sid, good morning, Sydney. Y'all are ready this morning, man. I'm going to do some work this morning. As y'all see, the lesson is titled Winning Work. Oh, man, it's going to be good this morning. Clear and all is well. Can you hear the music, Mr. Ricks, or is it too loud? If it's too loud, I'll move it. You know what I mean? Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. I'm really ready. Tawanda Lottie, good to see you this morning. Listen, y'all, this is going to be a good one for the books. Maria Briscoe, good morning, Coach Maria. Thank you, Manny, for saying good morning, Coach. Maria's a little stubborn these days, as y'all know. She wants to do what she want to do, command what she want to command, demand. I need a word, give it to me. See, there go Brittany joining in with her friend Maria. Good morning, Brittany. I pray all is well with everyone today. It's going to be an amazing day. Mabel Rice and the Rice family. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Listen, today's lesson is going to be magnanimously wonderful. Hope you have your pens or just your notes. Hope you're really ready. Even if you're getting ready for work, I hope that you are preparing yourself to kind of just hone in and tune in to what's about to happen this morning, and you won't regret it. Good morning, Deja Young. I saw your text this morning. I saw it. Very good, very good. That's the season that we're in. Hello, Andrea Thomas. Y'all not finna pull on me. That's the season that we're in, and y'all will know in a minute. Maria's gonna be good today. I'm ready too, because listen. I got to click. Hello, Vita Handy. Good to see you and happy birthday week. Carlos Divine. Good to see you as well. Listen, I was in my prayer room this morning and hey, Deny, and just start. I was like, God, I got coaching ready this morning. I'm not finna go with them this morning with that. And so he was talking to me about me. And whenever that's good. Good morning, Shauna Speaks. This is Coach, y'all. This is Coach. Y'all throwing me in the prophet thing this morning. He goes singing Solomon. Y'all just joining in. Y'all just have a little prophet batch this morning, right? Okay. I see. Y'all just doing your own thing this morning. Hello, Eric Trotman. Good to see you, sir. Listen, take a lead down there in Florida. I got a word for y'all this morning. Kenneth Davis, good to see you, man. Let's go ahead and start. We'll talk to those who ever come in when they come in. Hey, good morning, Aaron Flicks. God bless you. Good to see you. Listen, you guys. I titled this one Winning Work, and then begin to work on it and begin to see y'all chiming in. Look at this. Everybody's chiming in. And then I looked at it because as we approach the middle of the last quarter, hello, First Lady, good to see you. This is what kicked in. Here we go. See, look, y'all just trying y'all best this morning, aren't you? And I'm just like, no. We're going to talk this morning. We're going to talk. Okay. We're approaching the middle of the last quarter, which is November. We're in November now, November the 1st. And it is the middle of the last quarter. And listen, I'm not getting spiritual. Just letting you know I'm not getting spiritual. But after leaving my prayer room this morning, before the live, this morning, I heard the Lord say that this live is for people, and listen very carefully, and the people who probably need it probably will get it later. This live is for the people who keep giving up privately on yourself and your promise. You keep giving up on yourself and your promise, but in public, you're still publicly wanting to be promoted. Hey, Tamisha Figaro. In public, you still want to be promoted. You still want people to celebrate you. You still want the accolades and all these things. But in reality, in private, you really don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in the dream, and you don't believe in the promise of God. Hey, Bree Piper. But in public, you want people to celebrate you. And watch this. You're getting attitudes with people who don't celebrate you. Hey, Andrea Thomas, you're getting frustrated with people who don't celebrate you because people have now learned that celebration is for a full package, not for a temporary visit. And so it's this kind of lesson that you need today, because in public you're saying yes, God, and you're shouting and you're running and you're dancing and you're clapping and you're posting wonderfully well things, but in private you've really given up on yourself. You've given up on your dream. Hey, Ashley. Hello, Keith Young. You've given up on your dream, and most of all, you really don't believe the promise of God on your life. And so with you not believing the promise of God on your life, it's very difficult to walk out the promise of God on your life. Got it? It's very difficult. Because, hey, Kevin Matthews, hey, Mr. Blunt, and this is for those. This live is for those. It is not a churchy live. It's going to be the principles that you need to get yourself together in November before December gets here. So when you cross over in the right trajectory. You cross over facing the right direction. So I'll say it again. I'm gonna do my lesson. After leaving the prayer room, the Lord said, this is for the people who are privately giving up on yourself, don't believe in your dream, and you don't believe his promise. But publicly, you still want to be promoted. You still want people to celebrate you. You still want God to clap for you. You still want people to look. You want people to notice you. And in noticing you, you want them to notice you for a thing. And people are no longer noticing people for things. Okay, am I getting good now? People are no longer noticing people for things. They're now noticing people for their life. People are understanding, I need to follow people with a good life, not people with a good post. Okay? Because anybody can post a good post. So, if you're going to win, there is some work that you must do. And I want to help you today. I want to help you do the work today. I want to show you the work today. Here's some things you have to do. I won't keep you long. I'm going right into it. Hey, Alicia Taylor. Listen, the first thing you really, really, really have to do, even if you've given up, thrown in the towel and said, I'm tired, I'm just frustrated, this is getting on my nerve. Here's the winning work. Number one, you have to review and reflect. You have to review and reflect. And if you want to do spiritual, you have to think about what God has already done. And stop evaluating God by what he has not done that you want him to do. But you have to evaluate yourself by what he has already done. I'm going further. You have to evaluate your progress in life so far. It may not be where you want it to be, but it's right where God needs it to be. And sometimes it is all you can pull and all you can handle with the level of your faith. Remember, be it unto you according to your faith. And some of you, your faith has gotten you as far as you can go. Now you have to increase your faith before you ask for another, another something. So reflect on what you have worked on. Reflect on what has worked, and then look at also what has not worked over the last 3 quarters. Hey, Michelle Smith, look at what has worked and what has not worked over the last 3 quarters. Look at all your achievements, and then look at where the gaps were. Look at where you stopped being committed to God. Look at where you stopped being committed to people. Look at where you stopped being accountable, and look at where you stopped making money. I'll keep you here for a minute, okay? It's okay. Look at where you stopped. Got it? So when you look at these areas and gaps in your life, you have to review and reflect. Good morning, Emma Shelvin. Review and reflect. Look at everything you've achieved, but look at the places where you missed it. So you can take the time now to be more effective and intentional in your moves in the last final months of this 2024. That help anybody? Okay, look, there are 32 of you already on here. There are 16 that have come in and sent a heart or a love or like. Good morning, Tisa Collier. Y'all hit a love or like button. There are 32 of you on here, and then 16 of you have love or liked it, and I got one laugh. That's by, I think, Deja. So hit the love or like button, please. Hit that button, hit that button, hit that button. I'm sorry. Good morning, Tisa. Good morning, Emery. Good morning, Chriselle. So number one, review and reflect. The reason why I say review and reflect, because anything or anyone that does not appreciate your efforts, that does not appreciate your kindness, that does not appreciate your sacrifice, you have to deal with them accordingly. As you're reviewing and reflecting, you're not just leaving things the way they are. You're making adjustments. And in this season, I think I said earlier, people are no longer looking for the thing that you're doing. If you missed the beginning of the live, you should go back and hear that first 2-3 minutes before, as soon as we finish, go back and hear the last 3 minutes. And if you're on YouTube, you literally should be able to go back and look at it, because you need to get that before you get this. The reason why you must review and reflect, because now you're coming to a place and a point where there are no more negotiations in your life. You can no longer negotiate negativity with yourself. You can't keep negotiating negativity until you're settled in your next place. What's negotiation? Sometimes I don't need new people in my life until I'm settled in the place that God has already placed me. Then I'll know what they're for. If I take in new people at the wrong time, then I'll become overwhelmed because I can't balance them in my life at this time. So I must review and reflect. You got it? Let's move. Oh, that was good. That was good. Number two, I have to reaffirm my goals while I'm prioritizing my life. I have to reaffirm my goals while I'm prioritizing my life. That means I have to revisit the goals in my life and decide which ones are still achievable and which ones are still meaningful. I'm coming, Deja, because some of the goals we set up because of our own deficiency. I want this because of this deficiency. I want that because they got it and I'm entitled to it, so I want that. Or I need this because of that deficiency. But when your life trajectory changes, you no longer need some of the things that you wanted. So you have to revisit your goals and decide which goals are still achievable and meaningful to you. And when you figure that out, here's how you prioritize. You have to set clear, prioritized outcomes for the last quarter of the year. So how do I do it? Easy. Let me give you free work today. I need to focus on what's most impactful in my life. Where can I have the most impact? Who can I impact the most? Where can I have the most peace? Where can I get the most joy? Where can I have the most effect, a good effect? Where can I have the most motivation? Where can I have the best things in life out of what I give into? How can I direct my energy in places that give me an effective and an efficient return? Those are the places I need to focus on. Most of the time, we focus on places that we think are best, but we don't evaluate what has already given us their best. Got it? I'm going. So focus on your most impactful targets and direct your energy toward what's effective and what's efficient in achieving success by the end of the year. Got it? That's good, Brittany. Okay, let's go. I got to go. So listen. I don't have any on my schedule. I'm just saying I got to go off this line. I can't keep you on here all day. Number three. Number one, you need to review and reflect honestly. Number two, reaffirm your goals and prioritize your life. Number three, you have to re-engage and educate. You have to re-engage and educate. Explain what that means, Prophet. I think I will. When I re-engage, it means now that I see exactly what it is I need to review and reflect about, and then I see where I need to reaffirm and prioritize, I need to re-engage the situation. Because some of y'all are so kind of unstable in certain things, you go in and out, in and out, in and out. And one of the times you're going to come out, the door's going to be closed and you won't be able to come back in. You need to quickly re-engage. Re-engage in the things in your life that you know are a priority in your life. Dr. Eric Mosley, God bless you, man. Good to see you, Pastor. You need to re-engage and educate. Let me help somebody. You ready? You need to invest the time in learning anything that helps you fill those gaps. I told you earlier, you have to go back and listen to it. I told you earlier, when you're putting things together in your life, when you're reflecting and reviewing, you have to look at everything you have achieved, but also look at your gaps. Okay? You have to look at your gaps. And right here, and when you re-engage and educate, is where you invest in anything and everything that can fill the gaps in your life. Because if I tell you I was my first Hyundai was my I see you typically was my Valley, and now my Mercedes now is my Mountain, you would ask me, how did I get there? My job, I learned this from one of my coaches, my job is to show you how to fill in the gap. And you have to see it before you can fill it in. Yeah, you got to see it. So this is where you fill in the gaps. This is where you fill in the gap. You fill it in with your knowledge, and you fill it in with your skill. You fill it in with what you know and what you can do. You invest time in learning what you know and what you can do. Whether it's a quick course, one of them YouTube things, quick course, wonderful. Re-engage and educate yourself. Whether it's networking with people, watch this, who know more than you. Networking is not, let me help somebody. Networking is not getting with people who do what you do. That is not networking. That's called collaboration. Networking is getting with people who need what you do, but they don't know they need what you do until you connect with them. It's a net where you learn how to work and you get more work. Networking is not getting with people who do what you do. That is not what networking is. It's called collaboration. That's collaborating. That's me learning how to do what they do so we can all go out in our different fields and do whatever. Yeah, that's not net. That's great. Okay, so if it's a quick course, it could be networking. It could be mentorship, how you re-engage and educate. How can mentorship help? Because mentorship, when you put yourself submitted to someone who is a mentor to you, they should push you, drag you, not let you go, not let you give up, throw in the towel until you win. That's if you submit to that kind of mentorship. If you don't, then you are submitted to a weaker mentorship. Why? Because anything less than something that will push you, pull you, or drive you there is something that's allowing you to drive. That's not mentorship. Again, it's friendship and collaboration. Good morning, Teresa. When you put forth quick courses, networking, mentorship, whatever it takes to re-engage and educate yourself, then these are the efforts that will help you refine your approach, help you redefine how you approach things to get a better return out of it. And it sets you apart. It pushes you toward a different kind of goal that other people are not partaking of. It pushes you toward your year-end goal if you're willing to do the work. I see you, Aaron Fleeks. If you're willing, do the work. Because at perfect timing. Come on, let's go. Listen, number four. I'm giving it to you. You understand. Review and reflect. Reaffirm your goals and prioritize your life. Re-engage and educate situations in your life. Make sure you're ready for them. Then number four, you need to execute with focus. Execute with focus. Why you say that? Executing with focus is when you pay close attention to what you do every day. Pay close attention to what you do that yields you the highest return. Okay? Let me go a little further real quick. I'm almost through. I'm only doing 5. Listen. Most of the time, your job is not going to yield you your highest return. And if it does, you have a low ceiling. Your job can only finance what it is that gives you the highest return. Unless, I'll stand corrected, unless you are working in your field of expertise and desire. I'm doing the best I can, Deja. Unless you are working in your field of expertise and desire unless you are working from and on or from the degree that you spend money on to get. Unless you are working, everyone. Well, let's see, this is my live. Good morning to you too as well. Well, good morning, everyone. They can't see you saying good morning. Well, they can, but they can't. Well, they can't see your face, but we see you. Hey, Valencia Miller, good to see you. So, unless you're working in the field, unless you went to high school, middle school, elementary school, preschool, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and then got a job in the field of that, and you're working in that, and that is multiplying your six figures. Unless you're doing that, understand you're not getting the highest yield from a job. They're not created to give you the highest yield and return on your life. You have to find out, what is it I'm called to do? What is it I'm going to do? What is it I'm supposed to do? What is it I'm born to do? And then the job that you work on gives you the financial backing to execute what it is that gives you the highest yield of return daily. Hey, Kendra Lincoln. Daily. Those are called wise investments. What's a wise investment? A wise investment is an investment that yields you high returns every day. Every day. It's very difficult sometimes because sometimes you have to part with your ego to find out what your highest yield of return is. If you want me to explain, say explain. Just type the word. I know y'all a little bit behind. Type the word on here. It's going slower, like 2 minutes or a minute and a half. Type the word explain, because if you don't make wise investments, you know, your ego will tell you you're good. Hey, Kendra Lincoln, she said explain. Let me see if y'all ready to get this. If y'all ready, I see Brittany say explain. Manny say explain, please. Valencia say explain. You know, Timberlake say explain. Geraldine say explain. On YouTube, all capital. Hope y'all got it. Keith Young say explain. Let me explain to you, Keith Young. I think you'll like this. Hey, Charlotte F. Jones, good to see you. You're on the way to somebody's helping class somewhere. Tisa said explain. Listen, let me help you get this part. If you're not working in your direct field of expertise and what gives you high yield, your highest yield of return, and that means with joy and with peace and with happiness and with a sense of accomplishment every day, then you're not making what's called wise investments. That means if you've been doing something for years and it has not given you, I'm explaining now, it has not given you a high yield return, you may want to tell yourself the truth. When I say part with your ego, you have to part with your ego, because your ego will tell you that you're good, and your ego will make you judge yourself based on other people and say, well, you're doing better than them. It still, even though you're doing better than they are, or better than them, as the ego talks to you, better than they are, you're still not doing the best you can do. You're not being the best you can be. You need to have, and you got to watch this. God will set up stations in your life, stations. That means situations and people in your life that help you get the highest yield of return, that push you to invest in that stock. And I'm not referring to physical stock, Deja. I'm referring to the stock of you. Most of you are very good at making investments in things that you like or want, but you're not good at investing in the stock of yourself. So you can sell everything except you. And if you can't sell you, then you can't sell me anything. Because when you start getting weak and stutter because you don't believe in you, then I know you're only selling something making somebody else wealthy and not yourself. So then I'm not sure if I want to invest in somebody that's a back man that's using you as a front man. I want to invest in you. I come on live Friday mornings to invest in you. Whatever you've been doing for years, watch this. When people talk to you, if the first thing you say is, I used to, or I've done that, or whenever that happens, you're missing an opportunity to find out what you have not done. And even though you're talking about what has happened in the past, you have yet to find out what's present in your future. And it could be from you, and it could be from them. I've learned now, When people tell me things about what they're doing, how they're doing what they do, I smile because I realize either they're outdated or they're irrelevant because they're still holding on to what was done and not what's being done and not what needs to be done and not what's going to be done. You want to tell yourself the truth. How do I do it? Easy. You set measurable milestones every week to keep yourself stable. The reason why I say God sets up stations, he sets up people in your life. He sets up people in certain stages of your life. Sings how this really good. He sets up people in certain sections and stages of your life. I think who said that, son? Apostle Gaddy said it. When you're running track, they have stations that have water out, and you have to be able to grab the water and keep running. There are people who train you how to grab water and run. Yeah, it don't just happen. You have trainers for everything in your life, and God sets up stations to train you for what's next in your life. Now, if you don't like the station or who's at the station and you don't take the training, then you'll be the only one that's unprepared for the work that you have to do to win. So you got to set up measurable milestones every week, and you set them up to keep your momentum strong and to give yourself motivation. And those are called quick wins. Like every day I have something I want to do first thing in the morning. I don't set my schedule up for all day. My schedule is set up for all day, but I don't set my life intentions for all day. My life intentions are set first thing in the morning because I'm going to give them all of me first. Hey, Naya, I'm going to give them all of me because that's where I'm getting my life from. So I'm going to give it all of me. So when I go through the rest of my day by 9 or 10 o'clock, I'm already accomplished. So now I'm moving. I'm going to help somebody get this in a minute. If you get this, let me know you got this. Once you can get up early and apply yourself to you, and by 8:30, 9 or 10 o'clock, you feel accomplished, the rest of your day gets an accomplished you. It does not get an inferior, intimidated, insecure you. It gets an accomplished you. Those are called quick wins. And those build you up toward the larger wins in life you're going to have. You got it? My last one, number 5, my last one. Oh, my last one. You got it? Man, say that's it. That's it. Yeah, it builds you up. And when you don't know, Sydney, when you don't know who or what that is, because those daily intentions are their momentum and motivation. And if you can get it in the morning, get it done, and it can't be something you do haphazardly. Mr. Ricks, you can't do it haphazardly. It has to be something you intentionally do every day. Okay. You have to intentionally do it. You can't set your post up to do it. You have to get up, pray, and post that intentionally. Or you have to get up and do that intentionally. Or you have to get up and set that up intentionally. So at the end of that moment or that section of the day, by the time noon gets here, the rest of the day is getting an accomplished Taika Lee, an accomplished Tamla Ricks, an accomplished Deja Young, an accomplished Tawanda Lottie. Now, the day doesn't know that you've been accomplished, so it's still bringing challenges. It's still bringing problems. It's still bringing issues, and you still have work to do at your job. But you know y'all are getting an accomplished me. I've already accomplished who I am in my day. So what you're going to get is the residual of my quick wins. I'm helping somebody. I'm going right on. Number 5, here's what you have to do. I'm ready to get off here now. Number 1, review and reflect. Number 2, reaffirm your goals and prioritize your life. For those that did not hear the beginning of this live, go back and hear what the Lord said, who and what the Lord said this was for. It's at the beginning. Go back and hear it. Don't get so busy doing your minimal life tasks that you don't hear what God says to you about your life intentions and accomplishments. I gotta go to work. That's your problem. You've gotten accustomed to work. and you won't let things in the word work for you. Hello, Wandale Brewer. Good to see you. Reaffirm your goals and prioritize. Go back and hear the beginning, the first 5 minutes. That's all I require. Just the first 5 minutes. And if you wasn't on here and you go back and hear it, just text me an inbox and say, I got it. That means you heard it and you understand it. If you don't do that, I'm not going to assume that you did. Praise the Lord. Number 3, re-engage and educate yourself. Number 4, execute. Number 5, y'all know my last one, excel. Excel through accountability. Here's what you do. You have to share your goals with a coach, a colleague, accountability partner, or a friend who's not afraid to be offensive with you. Anyone that will keep you on track. Okay. If y'all are here and we want to finish this last part strong, just type the word strong, please. Type the word strong. Please hurry. Because this last part's going to kind of shake you a little bit. And then we'll be done. I promise you, it's the last one. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, you got to excel through accountability. And the reason why I say excel through accountability, because a lot of people are what's called self-excellers. They excel based on what they think and never based on what someone else thinks. Now, here's the problem. If you go back to the beginning, you will hear what I said about you telling yourself something. Just because you say you're excelling does not mean you're excelling. It's your ego talking to you. It's in the beginning. Okay, let me go. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, let's go. So here it is. Number five. You excel through accountability. I know, Sydney, I left yours up there. I know. I left it up there for a reason because it's powerful. It's powerful. And so I'll let it go now. Here is how you have to do it. You have to avoid the ego situation again. All through life, you got to avoid it because ego will tell you that no one qualifies to judge what you're trying to do. Ego will tell you that no one has the mental capacity or the qualifications to help you. Ego will tell you no one can do what it is you do, so who's going to judge it? So what that does is it will keep, watch this now, it will keep you stuck going in circles. Did that help anybody? I'm gonna help you right here and call it being a perfectionist. When really, it's your ego not letting you trust yourself. That's a good one. Watch this. What it's really called, in reality, is called being an unsure time waster. An unsure time waster. You call it being a perfectionist, but in reality, you're just an unsure time waster. Because time is money. I'm going to help somebody. Once you've done something over and over and over, and if you're still trying to perfect it, the truth is you don't believe in you. And that comes from not trusting others around you when they say, that's good. You say, no, it's not good. And you don't trust anybody. So now you begin to waste your time. When you've done something 4 times that you could have done at least two or three of those. Okay, if you make flowers and you made one flower that you worked on, Tarika Hood, I'm gonna talk to you. You made one flower and it took you a month to make one flower. And while you are taking classes, doing everything else and doing all the other stuff you gotta do and doing everything you gotta do, you made one flower. So you made that money once while the other person is saying, good job, and you don't believe it. The person saying good job has made one flower a week. So while you made money for one, they made money for 4. While you made money for 1 and maybe got 1 person, they made money for 4 and got 2 more people. So they already started on next month 6 while you still are working on 1. Come on, grow up, take the correction and move forward. I know it's hard, but it's reality. If you want to have work that wins. Okay. So what happens is your insecurity is leading your life. Not your anointing, not your skill, not your knowledge. Your insecurity is leading your life. It's leading your life, it's leading your time, and it's blocking your money. I told you it's going to be a good one. It's blocking your money. And it has you praising the wrong thing. Well, I'm just a perfectionist. That's who I am. No, you're a waste of time. Because as you become a perfectionist, it also makes somebody else have to wait on you. So now people are paying you to wait. I promise you, they're not going to continue. You won't continue to have clients like that in your life, not in the winning life. You're praising the wrong thing, watch this, while ignoring the right thing. What's the right thing? I need to build my trust. I need to build my mind. I need to build my belief in myself. I need to build my system. I need to believe in my goals. I need to believe in my dream. Here it is, back to the beginning of the life. I need to believe in his promise for me. Let his promise do the work, and I stop trying to do the work. Because what seemed like a perfectionist is just somebody trying to be God in a smaller mindset. Oh, God, I shouldn't have said it like that. See, these are the steps that will set you up to finish strong. And it'll also ensure, come on, I'm trying. It'll also ensure that you finish the year with a sense of fulfillment, and here's a word, preparedness for your future success. It'll make sure you're ready. That's why I said November. It'll make sure you're ready for when December gets here. So here's the one thing you have to do. You have to consistently grow in wisdom through studying, through mentorship, through reflection, through looking at yourself through the eyes of other people that you trust, while facing decisions that you may have to change something that you like. Because in reality, just because you like it, don't mean we're going to pay for it. Huh? It means because you like it does not mean it's going to sell. So what do? Here is where the beginning part comes in. I ask God for divine insight on how to make choices, how to let go, how to minimize my ego to make sure I'm able to produce, to double my production in whatever I'm doing, whether it's coaching, whether it's people, whether it's building, whether it's tech, whether it's designs, whether it's shirts, whether it's shoes, whether it's socks, whatever it is. How do I double my production? I double my production by believing in my work when I do it, and stop second, third, and fourth guessing myself. Because that only leads to a client having to wait and the potential that I won't keep that client. So when I'm faced with decisions in my life and I'm doing the work, when I'm faced with major decisions, I have to ask God for divine insight. Give me divine insight as I make the choices. I'm making them based on principles. I want to make the choices based on the principles rather than short-term gains. I want to do it based on what I know is going to be best for the whole situation, okay? Not just based on getting your money. Because I can get your money, but how do I make sure that you're getting a return on your money that's so great that you'll come back and not about the money, that it creates, here it is, relationship. This is what God's about, relationship. How do I do it? How do I get that in an area that creates relationship? It's when I focus on the principle of accomplishment and not just the payment of accomplishment. Don't get it wrong. The payment is needed. There must be a payment or sacrifice. But I can't focus on that or only that and miss the principle of the winning work I'm supposed to be doing. Here's a word for you and I'm done. Do the winning work and watch God work the rest. You missed it. Do the winning work and watch God work the rest. It means sometimes you don't have to redo it. Now, I'm not saying you do first time work and throw it out there in it's trash. Do the work, boom, boom. And then watch God work the rest. God will make the rest. See, here's the deal. There's some things, if you make it so good in the beginning, you only get to do it once. and you'll be considered what's called a one-hitter quitter. You got one good song. That's it. You got one good picture. That's it. You got one good sermon. That's it. It's when you learn from your last doing that you're able to perfect what was incorrect and then do it better. And people will remember better than they will one-hitter quitter. So sometimes it's good to just do and allow God to do the rest. And as you learn, that's it, one-hit wonder. Say one-hitter quitter, my fault. One-hit wonder. You do the work and you allow God to do the rest. And then as people grow, get out of your head that because someone doesn't like what you like, they're not you, that they're against you. Them not liking what you don't like brings them back to you to get updates of what they really like as they grow, which makes them a consistent client and build a relationship. Oh, I know them. Where's Geraldine? Where's Geraldine? I know them. I know what they like. I got them ready for this situation and got them ready for this. And so now I know this is coming up. I'm already working on something for them because I have relationship with them. Okay. These are the principles for winning work. Yeah, they're all my principles too. They're all locked into my new thing is dropping real soon. Reflect and review. Reaffirm your goals and prioritize your life. Re-engage and educate yourself in every area of your life. Execute with focus. Make sure you're focused on what it is. And then excel through accountability. I guarantee you, applying these 5 principles, there's no way you're going to lose. No way at all. Especially when you have the right people in accountability saying, here's where it is. Here's where it is. Here's where it is. And you can't be afraid for someone to say, this is not right, that's not right, or correct this. That's what they're there for. They're there to make sure they can get the correction before you get it, so it still saves you time and you can have production in your life, in your finance, in your faith, on your job, wherever you are, that you can do the winning work and not just be working, but the winning work. Dr. Robert Bailey, good to see you, man. I'm out of time, y'all. This is an amazing Friday. I hope you are ready. It's the first Friday of November. November is a month of manifestation. It's a month that God says, I'm running out of time to do what I promised you I would do this year. I know next month you're going to be focused on celebrating my son Jesus at Christmas, not just buying gifts. So this is the time I want to get it done. So Thanksgiving means more than a turkey and some Indians. Yeah, today is All Saints Day. Yeah, it's All Saints Day. People celebrated Halloween last night and they call it trunk and treat and all that. God bless you. It's a deflection from preparing for what's called All Saints Day. Look it up. It's a real word, All Saints Day. It's a time that we should all be praying, and we really need to be praying right now. But here's the deal in your life. Make sure you're doing the winning work. That's the work that counts. God bless you. It's been amazing. Thank you, Andrea Thomas. It's been amazing. Hope you have a good day. We'll see you here again next Friday. Same place for the journey to, y'all making me laugh with these comments, to a winning anyway life. It's been amazing. We'll see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye for now. Just bye.